This episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Get a free trial and 10% off at squarespace.com/forge. Welcome back to the workshop. We're trying to make our very own adjustable wrench, crescent wrench, whatever you want to call it. In the last episode, we forged it out. We started doing some machining, and the challenging feature we have to work on today is this groove right here. It is quite important. It's how the movable jaw does its job, and it needs to cut the whole way through into the back. I have no idea how we're going to do that, and so thank you for joining me while we find out. We've got a couple of clamps. We've set this up on the side of the table. Now there's obviously no way we can bring the table to the head of the mill, but we can maybe bring the head of the mill to the workpiece. Wow, you don't like that, do you?
Two on the other side as well.
Alright, we're going to start milling this slot. We've been able to mill across to here, but obviously we're running into this fixed jaw, which is causing us issues. The slot needs to go all the way to the back jaw and then cut across at about a 45-degree angle so that it pokes out on the bottom. This is my challenge now. How do I hold this thing? Now you might be thinking an option for me is to simply twist the head of the mill. I don't feel like that's a good option, because if I twist the head of the mill, it's going to send my 45-degree angle not parallel with the jaw, but off to one side. I could do that if this was back square again, but if this is back square again, I can't hold this.
Do you have a 4-jaw chuck for their little twisting angle heads?
I have a 3-jaw chuck. Why don't we have a look at it? If I could hold it with the jaw like this, I could rotate the angle perfectly. We may have a strategy. Alright, hopefully it stays rigid enough. That's great. I had it clamped so close to the end, it just fell out. Now our active jaw is going to require considerable thought. We have a round section with a flat top with teeth that are cut in at an angle, a jaw that is square to the round section. It is not super duper simple, especially for the equipment that we have. Round stuff likes to be made in a lathe, but we're not going to be able to put this in a lathe, of course, because of the rest of the jaw. So it's going to need to be done in the mill. Unless I make it out of 2 pieces, and the round stuff is made in the lathe and then welded, for example, onto the jaw. But what we could also do is use the dividing head of the mill to turn it between center. We could have a little bit of extra round bar, perhaps, so that we can hold on to it in the chuck and do all our machining off of it. Right, now that there would be a perfect bit of steel for it. Arrange it in a certain way or another. Zip, zap, zop. It's made for it. Okay, quick update. Here's how we're looking, so you can remember how this piece is coming out of there. This is all extra material for work holding purposes for us to be able to make this round section, but it's also going to be useful for work holding while we do this stuff right here. we need a groove to be cut, some angles, and we need to machine the profiles to get it close to the final thing. And held by the vice jaws this way, that will be helpful. We now have to make the rounded section, and I think I've come up with a little bit of an idea for how we do it. These four sides obviously can't be held in the 3-jaw chuck that we have for the dividing head, but check this out. How lucky are we that it is almost exactly 25 millimeters across the diagonals, which means I might just be able to make a little collar that has a 25 millimeter round inside diameter, slip this on, a little bit of, maybe I have to hammer it on, use a little gentle persuasion, then tack weld it to the end, and because the inside diameter is going to be touching on all four sides, it should be straight, consistent, and true to the center, which would mean that we could hold it in the chuck and machine this stuff. How good would that be? Let's see if in reality, it's as good as I think it is. So as we're going here, it looks weird. It doesn't look like this is gonna look right. It looks oval and funky. I think I just have to trust the process though. We have it correctly set up here in the dividing head. We are not moving the table, but just twisting the dividing head. This should make the circle that we need, so long as we bring the table only up the correct amount. When we started this, we touched off on our square bar, and then doing a little maths, I know that I need 2.465 millimeters of lift on the table to get the 13 millimeter diameter round section that we need. So as weird as it looks, and as much as I want to fiddle with things to make it look and feel better right now, just gotta bite my tongue, keep going, trust the process, and hopefully not screw up the 2 days that I've already put into this piece. I'm just yanking my hair out over here because it still doesn't fit, although I can see that in some places it does fit. I put some blue on the inside of the hole, a little blue dicom, and I can see that I've got contact there. For some reason I don't have contact along this one line, and it's the exact same on the other side. So what's strange to me is this is clearly quite close to round, apart from the transition right there. It's a little bit of an annoying spot to be in. What I think I'm gonna do, however, is move my end mill off of the center line. I'll hopefully be able to get just some of this little sharp bit out of there, finish off the round, and maybe that then provides us the clearance, with this material gone, for it to fit. Oh, well that's a lot better. It's better. Come on! We are getting somewhere. It's in the original. Will it go in our version though? Oh, you're so close. Come on. You're so close.
You've said that about 15 times.
Jamie, I don't know what else I meant to say. I've been doing the same thing for 6 hours. It's going on a little better. But I think I've found our next problem, which is good, because at least we have a direction of where we need to go. This slot is now contacting on this section here, which you could say is bad, but I'm happy because at least I have something, parallel and straight to try and fix, instead of this round mess of confusion. I'm gonna try and hand work the slot open just a little bit. Ah! That did nothing to help. To hell with hand tools, we're gonna use the mill. Much better. So much better. Yes! Okay, that's the type of fit we need. Not too tight, but not too loose. That's what we want. Next up, we're gonna be tackling the machining of these angled grooves that work as a gear, but that's gonna be in the next episode. And for now, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. It's a website building platform that I absolutely love. You've heard me say it time and time again. Way back when I started using Squarespace in 2014 or 2015, it was good. But now, every year, they're making it better and better with more and more features. For my little side business in dogs, I've been building a new website, and I love the ability to set up Squarespace scheduling to book appointments. I can sell unlimited physical products, digital products. If I wanted to in the future, I could sell access to paid content like a course using Squarespace member areas. And it was an absolute piece of cake to create the whole thing because it's a one-stop shop from buying your domain to setting up your custom email and getting the website launched. There's no plugins, patches, or upgrades ever. And so no matter your business, hobby, jobby, passion, share it with the world and grow it with Squarespace as the home of your brand. Go to squarespace.com/forge. You'll get a 10-day free trial where you can see how easy it is to build your own website with their countless drag and drop themes. And then if you use code FORGE at checkout, you'll get 10% off your first purchase with them. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all soon. Bye-bye.